lovely humans. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today we are asking the question, how can you balance or heal your solar plexus chakra? This is part 3 of a 7-part series I'm doing on all of the chakras. I am loving it so far. I feel like it's helping me balance my own chakras as I go along. So I am just digging it, and the energy today is amazing for the solar plexus chakra, and self-esteem and inner joy and inner peace and a sense of vibrancy and confidence has definitely visited me today. So I know this is the perfect day to record this reading. So today we are also going to be doing an energy healing session. We are going to be entering into the Infinite Prayer. These are collective energy healing sessions that are infinite in nature. I've made them extremely accessible, and once you gain access, you can download the video and receive the energy healing session as often as you need. I do have my Reiki master level, and I use Reiki, but I also use my own sense of connection to the divine, and lots of prayer during the sessions as well. So just think of the Infinite Prayer sessions as an energy healing session blended with prayers for you, protection for you, and just an overall blessing on you in your life. So go ahead and pick group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3, and I will see you in the reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today we are asking the question, how can you heal or balance your solar plexus chakra? So something that just happened to me right before, it was like the energy shifted to go into group number 1, and I got this feeling of like, I'm forgetting something. There's something I need to go get. There's something I need, like I'm forgetting something. And I don't know if that's something you feel often, but I just had to mention that because it was really weird. I like got up and everything, and I was like, okay, I need to go over here and get this thing. And then I was like, wait a second. No, I don't. I'm fine. I have everything I need. So I'm wondering if that's something that will be an energy present here in this reading. I don't know. But nonetheless, you chose group number 1, the sunflower. And sunflowers symbolize, to me, they symbolize optimism, hope, joy, vibrancy. I feel like they're perfect for the solar plexus, because they just feel like this beautiful, amazing, vibrant, unapologetically loud flower. You know, I love sunflowers. And they often also make me think of, well, the sun card in tarot, the sun, of course, because I think there are often sunflowers on that card. And yeah, they just give me this beautiful inner child, vibrant, free, vulnerable and proud energy. And something I kind of want to start doing with my flowers is perhaps channeling a message from the flower itself. I don't know if I've never done this before, but I just had this idea the other day. So I'm going to see what the sunflower has to say for you. So just bear with me as I sit and listen and channel a message for you. You are vibrant light incarnate. You are love incarnate. You are goodness incarnate. You are beauty incarnate. You are full of love and light and joy, and you have so much to offer the world. Any sense of insecurity or low self-esteem that you might hold is simply shadows, simply not a real part of who you are. They're simply imprints left from the world around you, from experiences from your past, and you are meant to live vibrantly, whatever that means for you, whether that's quiet or loud, whether that's soft, whether you're softly spoken or you're a louder person. Whatever living in your vibrance means to you uniquely, you are meant to do that. So be unapologetically yourself. don't let the insecurities or energies of others who seek to dampen your shine, to tamp down your brightness. Let those roll off your back and send them love and light and continue to be your vibrant, beautiful self. So, alrighty. Well, that was awesome. This sunflower had a really beautiful message for you. So I'm going to do that every time with every flower. And wow, that's so cool. I'm stoked about that. Okay, so, so excited. Okay, so I pulled a card to be your overarching theme from the Earth Warriors Oracle. And these do in the book have call to actions in them. And I thought, in keeping with the solar plexus, as it is very action oriented, I decided I will read the inspired action from the deck with this as well. And I think I'll wait till the end to read it. Or, well, I'll wait till whenever I feel like to read it. So, all right, so we've got 34, Alakoa, Spirit of the Warrior. Actually, I want you to check it out. So here's this beautiful image. We've got, so if any of these, this symbolism means anything to you, we've got, it looks like sparrows, maybe. I don't know if that's what those are. Some type of really beautiful, colorful bird. We've got a butterfly, moons, arrows, moon cycles. And then we've got this beautiful woman, and she's got a heart at her throat, which makes me think of speaking your heart's wisdom through your voice. So not letting anything flow through your throat chakra unless it's first been processed through your heart. And yeah, there's a little triangle up here, and that makes me think of the throat chakra as well, which is interesting because we're doing solar plexus today, but all of the chakras are interrelated. So perhaps healing your solar plexus will help you in turn heal your heart, or connect your heart to your throat chakra. So interesting. Okay. And then I'm going to pull a couple of, these are from the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle cards. So we're going to have most likely 2 animals come in today as your spirit guides, as your comforters in spirit. Yeah, so we will see who we have. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I had a feeling. We have the dog. Your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. And then we have the spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling. Express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Okay. All right, and we're going to dig into the tarot now. I got a new tarot deck today. It is called the Radiant Wilds Tarot, and I got it specifically for this reading. It's really beautiful. Here, let me show you the cover of it, actually. And you might understand why I got it. But yeah, here's the cover. And almost every card has like this bright sun image on it. And I just thought, I don't know, it just felt very solar plexus-y, kind of sacrally too, but they're next to each other. So it just, yeah, I feel like I'm riding up the chakras from the sacral to the solar plexus, and this is the vibe. So, all right, let's pull our tarot. And then these tarot cards are actually, look, they're golden on the sides. They're really beautiful. This is not a paid promotion or anything. I'm just obsessed with these cards. So here we go. Alrighty. How can group number 1 heal or balance their solar plexus chakra? What do they need to know? This one wants to come out, so I'll do that. Okay. Okay. 6. I want 6 cards. Okay, here we go. All right, we got the Chariot, the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Devil, and the King of Cups. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. So, first card that's pulling me in is the Devil card. This talks about negative self-talk. It talks about our fears, like unfounded fears. It talks about that voice in our head that tends to want to tamp down our spirit, wants to bring us into, it's kind of like an ego card. It's wanting to bring us into what we deem as safe. So like it doesn't want us to take risks. Like the devil is anything that basically hinders our self-esteem. And it's always something like an element with the devil card is it's always unfounded. So if you are going through negative self-talk, worries, fears, you just got this, if you've just got this negative voice that tells you you're not good enough, tells you that you basically aren't good at, like whatever your dreams are that you want to take action towards, that require in a way some sense of self-esteem and some sense of promoting yourself and putting yourself out there. This devil energy is the other end of the spectrum. It's something that wants to keep you small, something that wants to pull you down. So, and I think that makes sense with the message from the sunflower that we got. And that message was talking about other energies around you or your inner voice, things that basically want to make you feel lesser than yourself, want to bring down your self-esteem. Those energies seem to be present. So, okay. And it feels like the 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It's about feeling satisfaction within your current reality, and just dreams coming true. And it really feels like you're on the horizon of some dreams becoming reality. It feels like you're on the horizon of something you've been manifesting that you've been waiting on. And it almost, I'm getting the sense that on the other side of this negative self-talk, this wish fulfillment is coming for you. So it could be in terms of really anything in your life, whatever you're manifesting right now. That's what it is. Could be career, could be love, could be family, could be whatever it is that you're manifesting. This low self-esteem, this low self-talk is getting in the way of this becoming a reality. Or at least it seems to be getting in the way. Because I like to think that even if we have negative self-talk, unless we let it hold us back from taking action, then I think as long as we're still taking action, we can get to where we want to go. Even if when we get there, we still have these fears and worries, we can still attain our dreams and desires. These things ultimately can't hold us back unless they literally do physically, we stop acting on the things that we want based off of these energies. So yeah, because like even with the 9 of Wands is this energy of almost there, persevere one last push, and we will enter into that 10 completion energy. So yeah. So it really does feel like this group, you are on the brink of a big wish fulfillment and manifestation coming true in your life. And yeah, with the Chariot, like I always think of the Chariot as this vehicle of your life that carries you from one stage of your life to the next, that carries you through an initiation or a rite of passage. Okay, and I'm going to venture to say that the thing, for most of you, the thing that you're manifesting is a creative endeavor. Like with the spider, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So I also did think of like the birth of a child as far as like creative goes. So that's interesting. There might be fears if someone's trying to get pregnant or someone's trying to, like grow their family and create in that way. There might be some concerns and worry energy that is affecting you in that process as well, like fear energy as well. And it's absolutely unfounded. So just for your own comfort and the whatever fears you have about that are unfounded. So, okay, let's see. So we are on a journey here. We are at the last push of a journey. We are creating something big in our life, and it's about to come true. And let's see. Spirit of the warrior. And it's 34, and that reduces to 7. And you've got, let's see, 2 9s, a 3, and a 7. Oh, the Chariot is 7 as well. I feel like this King of Cups has a message for you. It's like the King of Cups, and I've never really felt that before. And forgive the loud noises outside. I actually have the windows open today because it's insanely nice out, and people tend to be obnoxious. So it is what it is, right? But okay, so it feels like the King of Cups is coming in with a message for you. And yeah, like I said, I've never experienced that before. Usually it's just an indicator of yourself or someone in your life, but it really feels like the Tarot King of Cups is coming in. So what does the King of Cups have to say? It's this message about your solar plexus. It's kind of like, because cups is more heart-centered energy, is more water energy. And it feels like this cups card is saying, like, this King of Cups is saying, you may have a misunderstanding of how your solar plexus acts in its most balanced state. So this motorcycle out there is cracking me up. It's like, it feels like that is like no offense to anybody who likes like revving up engines and doing all of that, but to me it really feels like this wounded yang energy that's like, let me just make so much noise and I am here and I don't care if I, am obnoxious or not. Like, I am here and I am powerful and I am strong and I am masculine and listen to me and look at me. And anyway, imbalanced solar plexus yang masculine energy for sure. So we've got this King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a more emotionally balanced male or masculine energy. And the message that he was saying, as I was so rudely interrupted by the loud, obnoxious motorcycle out there, the message is he was saying the way in which your solar plexus is balanced, the way in which it is incorporated and is connected to all of the rest of your chakras and feels good and feels solid and feels... the word is balanced, feels right within your energy body, is that it is integrally connected to the heart. It is the energy center directly next to the heart chakra. And in order for it more so serves the heart chakra. So if it is disconnected from the heart chakra, it can tend to lean into an imbalanced state, and it can... that like yang, that wounded yang energy, where it is like progress for the sake of progress, attainment for the sake of attainment, like making money for the sake of making money, that wounded masculine energy. And this is saying the solar plexus serves the heart. The heart comes first. So the way in which your solar plexus is going to feel, the energy is going to feel more subtle when it's in balance. It's going to feel smaller than the heart chakra. It's going to feel like it's playing a lesser role than the heart chakra, but still just very integral and very important for our feelings of balance and our feelings of confidence and proudness of who we are. It is integral for that, but it definitely ultimately serves the heart. So that's just a message. It's just saying that's how it's going to feel. It's going to just feel balanced in that sense, that your heart will be the main kind of compass of your experience. So the solar plexus is a tool, is like the part of you that helps you take action in the world. It's the part of you that feels confident enough to take action, but it definitely takes its cues from the heart. The heart is the place where the heart is connected to humanity. The heart is connected to our emotional center. We can't do anything in this world that is of any quality or any real true purpose if it's not coming from our heart center. Our heart center is the map, is the way, is the guide, and it is the most powerful, I would argue, the most powerful energy center in our body. It is the connection to our soul, to our spirit, to the love within us, to our essence, our true essence. And I know this is a solar plexus energy center reading, but it really feels like that message needs to be said here, because if the solar plexus just feels out of balance, like with this devil energy of like negative self-talk, it might be becoming because we have this negative understanding of what like self-confidence means. If we have an understanding that self-confidence is arrogant or it's boastful or prideful and it's like a negative thing, then maybe that's one of the reasons why we talk to ourselves like that, or we try to like dampen our spirits or dampen our confidence when we're in those states, because we don't want to be perceived in that way. We don't want to be perceived in this like, boastful, arrogant way, because maybe we've even looked at people who have been confident enough to put themselves out there and do the things we want to do and kind of like snubbed them and thought, like, I don't know, like it rubs you the wrong way, but it's only rubbing you the wrong way. I mean, unless sometimes it is like, ew, like gross. Like sometimes it is a normal, healthy reaction, but sometimes it's really just someone who's putting themselves out there in their own sense of self-worthiness and self-confidence, and it still kind of triggers us, and it makes us kind of like either jealous, or it makes us feel like judgmental of them, like, oh, that's like arrogant, I can't believe they feel that they could be in that position or whatever. So that's part of this devil energy, I feel like. So let's see. So yeah, if you have an imbalanced solar plexus chakra in that way, in the way I just described, where you're worried that you'll be perceived in that way, it's directly related to how you're perceiving others who are in their embodiment of their power and their self-esteem as well. And so it's going to swing, the pendulum's going to swing from one end to the other. One end of the spectrum is feeling so unworthy, feeling so incapable, feeling low about yourself, feeling unqualified, feeling just not ready, like you're not good enough. And then the other end of the spectrum is that, how do I put this? Is that, well, I guess you could kind of say it is that like arrogance and, oh yeah, it is the other end of the spectrum of that low self-esteem. Like if you're in that imbalance, is the arrogance, the overcompensating, like because you do feel deeply that insecurity. So how we get that into balance is to, no, wait, hold on. So just being aware of that imbalance. Oh, I was going to say, yeah. So if we are in that imbalance and we're observing like, oh, when I step into my solar plexus and my power, it looks like this. It's like, ew, I don't want to go to that place. I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to like be in that overcompensating energy. I don't want to overdo it. I don't, and like, and then that comes with the, I don't want to be viewed in that way. It's just a completely skewed way of looking at it. That's the thing. Like, you're just on like this, it's just two extremes, and we need to find like the pendulum needs to kind of balance in the center and just be like going in a circle like this. So yeah, it's just kind of bringing that down. And it's literally like you have to decondition yourself and realize that there's a whole new way to look at stepping into your power. There's a whole new way of seeing it. And it's a way that feels right to you, and that is well received by the world around you. And yes, will people be triggered by you stepping into that healthy, balanced energy? Maybe, because just like you've been triggered by the people who are in their power and led by their heart, but still in their confidence, people might be triggered by you as well. So that might be another hindrance. It's just all of this kind of like, you've got a lot of it. It feels like you've got a lot of conditioning around what it means to be a confident person, what it means to be out there in the public eye, what it means to be vulnerable in who you are and exposed in who you are. Yeah, there's just a lot of deconditioning that needs to happen. So practically, how does that look? Let's see. Journaling exercises. I know I've done a lot of journaling around my worthiness. I think, looking in and awakening, like I've awakened to a lot of my worthiness. And then when it comes to going and acting on my worthiness and acting on the things I want to do in this world that I know are purposeful and will make a difference and that do come from my heart, I hit up against those walls and those negative belief patterns. And so what I do is I take a journal and I write them all out and I observe them and I debunk them, like go through and write out your negative belief system around stepping into your power, around doing the things you want to do, being in your vulnerability, in your power, in what it is you're trying to create right now, and write down all your insecurities around it and ask yourself, is that ultimately true? And most of the time it's not. And so then you just kind of, well, what is true for me? And then you just continuously feed into and take your belief and your faith and put it into the true beliefs about you and your soul and what God wants for you, what the universe wants for you, what is good for not only yourself, but humanity and the planet, the cues you're taking from your heart, the cues you're taking from your soul. What is best for yourself, for everyone involved. And it's all a huge message is it's all going to look way different than you think. It's all going to feel way different than you think when you start to back yourself, support yourself in your goals, and start taking those steps forward in your confidence. So sometimes in the beginning it might be like, this is where you're at. Like you've got this devil energy here, and that's how it feels in the beginning, or especially when you're crossing a major threshold, because like we noticed, you're at that 9 of Wands, like put one last push, like this spirit of the warrior, you're going to embody that warrior energy and take that one last push to get this wish fulfillment, this thing that you've been working towards creating. And this is part of that portal, part of that rite of passage. You have to walk through this and you have to debunk it and you have to get yourself to the other side. And from most people that I've like books I've read or people I've learned from online, just mentors, like anybody I've learned from, everybody says this, with each new threshold comes more and more, like not more and more, but you've got that imposter syndrome like thing to like get past with each new threshold of your creative journey and your manifestation journey and just your path and expanding into like the light of who you are and the goldenness of who you are. Like there will always be those thresholds you need to cross that are difficult, foggy, painful, that can feel very... All right, sorry about that. My camera recording, it maxes out at 30 minutes, and I didn't realize I was at 30 minutes, but I caught it like right on time, which I was, wow. Anyway, so what I was saying was, just on the human journey, there will always be new thresholds to cross, new, I don't want to call it like levels. It's not really even levels. It's just we're walking this path and we're growing and we're healing, and there's always going to be different types of rites of passages into different phases of your life, and that it's like a contraction kind of happens right before you do cross those thresholds, and it's oftentimes very, very uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the kind of easier it gets, and the more tools you have. Like, I think I already mentioned that, don't remember if it caught that, but the more tools you'll have on your journey, and the more time and spaciousness you'll have to live in the beauty and live in the love and live in the goodness of who you are and live in your beautiful manifestations that are coming for you. So, all right. So, I haven't really touched on the Three of Swords too much, but this is an interesting image. It's a person and their head is Saturn. It looks like Saturn. And then they've got the swords in the heart, which is typical of the Three of Swords. So there is an emotional pain element to what we're walking through right now. It seems like what you're walking through right now. It's not only these negative thoughts, but you've got some heart pain that needs cleared. And we did mention the heart chakra quite a bit. So it feels like the messaging is whatever heart healing you're doing right now, or first of all, if you're not focusing on healing your heart or healing emotional pain, it could be in terms of relationships, it could be in terms of disappointment. I keep getting that feeling of pregnancy and disappointment there, and emotional pain around that. And I'm really getting this feeling like whatever this emotional pain is, if you tend to it, if you work on it, if you heal it, if you listen to it, you let yourself dwell in it, don't ignore it, that feels like a key element in the manifestation of whatever this is that you're creating. Whatever, you know what you're creating. And it really feels like don't ignore that heart pain that's going on, because it's just integral. I don't know, it feels like once you pass through that healing that needs to happen for your heart, it will pull you deeper into it. It will help you balance your solar plexus and your confidence to move forward on the creation of whatever comes next for you. So don't ignore that. Big message. So and the King of Cups is very emotionally balanced, and we're being called into this emotionally balanced energy where, like, the king is a strong leader, and where you can lead yourself across this threshold into the next phase of your life, into the creation of this manifestation that you're working on in a very healthy way, in a very balanced and emotional way. So all of this negative self-talk or emotional pain that you're processing and healing, once we've kind of crossed through that, you're going to find this emotional balance center, this heart center that's going to lead you forward. And when you get into that next phase of your life, it really feels like you're going to be able to enjoy it. You're going to be able to be at peace, and you're going to be able to trust that everything is as it should be, and everything will be as it's meant to be. And you're going to have this newfound sense of faith in your path and where you're going. And, and there was something with writing over here that's coming through. A little bit of last message with the writing. There's something like, I feel like journaling is really good for this group. And maybe there's something, maybe a lot of you are writers and you're using your writing in what you're creating. But yeah, the journal element I feel like is really strong. Like journaling is going to help you process this emotional pain. It's going to help you debunk these negative thoughts. And yeah, I really feel like with this wish fulfillment card, I kind of want to like end this reading with this message for you. That your wish, like, I feel like this is your wish and you've been working on it and envisioning it, and you hold it dear to your heart, and it is yours. It is yours. Claim it right now. Like, just take a moment, take a breath, put your hand on your heart, and just imagine yourself receiving your wish. And imagine your solar plexus being a loyal servant to your heart, guiding you, helping you along the way, helping you manifest this dream, this wish. And just imagine yourself surrounded by a golden, beautiful, like oval shaped sphere. And know that this wish that's on your heart is put there by God. It is a seed planted in your heart by God. And it is yours. It is rightfully yours. It is your divine birthright. And you have every right to it. Not only that, but God is going to do everything God can to make this become manifest in your life. Just let go and trust and take the action you need to take towards this goal, towards this wish, and trust that it will come into fruition and that you are meant for it. You are worthy of it, and it is yours. It's already yours. So that is the end message for this reading. I just realized I forgot to read the action section of the card, and I'm going to do that really quick. So 34, Alakoa. All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to read the top part and then the healing process. So the first paragraph of this says, though you yearn for peace, you recognize that without truth, genuine peace can never be. Even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation, the need to set things right is strong in you. This is the inner drive of the spiritual warrior. The compelling soul needs to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. You will fight for these things because that is your way, spirit warrior. Trust, see, and feel the positive impact that you are making in the world. You are relentless, and the divine is within you. And then the healing process that goes with this. It says, state your warrior's creed aloud. The enemy shall never grip me. I shall not be overcome. State your warrior's creed aloud. The enemy shall never grip me. I shall not be overcome. I am led and protected by the greatest of all spirit warriors who leads love's army. My steps in the world are fierce with compassion and love in action. I waver not, for I am a conqueror over darkness, spirit-born and empowered by the sacred. I embody the truth for which I fight. I am defended, uplifted, and renewed. My hands are ever open to the replenishing power of grace. Great Spirit delivers all necessary might. Divine love's prophecy is read, spoken, enacted in all realms. If love has not yet won, then the battle is not yet over, and so I rise. You have completed your healing process. That was lovely, very empowering, very good for the solar plexus. Love that. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. This was really beautiful and fun, and the energy is just, I'm loving this chakra series. The energy of this solar plexus they've all been so different, and I just feel like they're helping me too, like, because I, as far as my confidence goes in my reading cards, I still run up against confidence issues around that. And I just feel this feeling of it's helping me too, to channel this solar plexus balancing healing energy as well. So thank you so much for being here. This is a reciprocal energy here, and I'm so grateful for it. And if you'd like to go into the Infinite Prayer, I am offering energy healing sessions that are infinite in nature. I've made them extremely accessible. There will be a link down below for the energy healing session for the solar plexus reading. I'm doing one that just encompasses all 3 readings today. And so, yeah, that'll be down below for you if you want. They are energy healing sessions. They are prayers for you, blessings for you in your life. And I just love entering into that space. So hopefully you'll join me there. So, alrighty. Anything else I need to cover? And also, if you want to check out my heart chakra reading, that should be coming in a couple of weeks. I really feel like for this group in particular, the heart chakra was a very strong theme. We do have a lot of green here as well. So yeah, that'll be coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, alrighty. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, lovely humans. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today we are asking the question, how can you heal and balance your solar plexus chakra? The solar plexus is related to feelings of self-esteem and inner power. You chose this beautiful sunflower. Sunflowers, to me, represent optimism, hope, inner power, confidence, joy. And I'm doing something new with all of my flowers, and I'm going to be doing channel messages from the flower herself, the flower himself, the flower themselves. This beautiful flower has a message for you. So one moment as I channel this message. All right. You are so loved for exactly who you are. You in your purest essence, in your most simple form, is good enough. You are perfect and good as you are in any given moment. You are loved for all of who you are, for all of who you're not, for everything about you. You are unique, you are sweet, and you are simple, and that is perfect. All right. Sweet and simple message for and I hate to say sweet and simple person, but it's kind of coming, the message, this flower was from group number 1. But the message is kind of accept yourself in your simplicity. It feels like there's a perfection in a healthy perfection, we'll say. I don't like to, no human is perfect, but there is a perfection in your imperfection, and there is a brilliance to your simplicity. And that really feels like the message that this flower had for you. I'm obsessed with having the flowers send messages, because I wouldn't have said that if I didn't ask the flower. So that's so cool. Okay, so I pulled one card from the Earth Warriors Oracle, and this card will be our overarching energy for the reading. I need to slow down a little bit. Okay, so we've got 42 Kanyini. In each other we find ourselves. Aw, beautiful. Okay, you can take a peek at the... Okay, so if any of this symbolism means anything to you, we've got a rose, a daisy, or it could be like a black-eyed Susan. We've got, wow, there's a lot going on here. And it's funny because like you are perfect in your simplicity, but you got the card that has so much going on. Yeah, there is this feeling of you feel maybe like inundated by like your surroundings and all the beauty around you and all the like amazing people around you, and maybe like you feel a little bit dwarfed by it, or even just the people that you look up to. It's like you feel dwarfed, and like what you have to offer might not be as good. And that's the vibe. But so like I said, we've got a daisy, we've got a buck, we've got this elder shaman looking guy with a heart on his throat chakra. And there was a heart on the throat chakra. Oh, there's another heart on the throat chakra for this woman. There's an elder woman and an elder man. And there's a jaguar / cheetah. I think it's a jaguar. And a hawk. We've got a hawk in the middle, a baby. We've got a wolf, a dolphin, an ocean. It almost looks like, let me see. I think that's a shark in the background, or a whale. And then we've got the phases of the moon, a feather. Okay, I just wanted to name all of that if any of those things are signs for you or symbols for you. And then we've just got this beautiful woman with these amazing dream catcher earrings, and her third eye just lit up. And yeah, Beautiful. Okay. So yes, in each other we find ourselves. That will be our overarching energy for the reading. And I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle. And these will just be our little animal guides. I'm going to blend this up a little better. I feel like, there we go. That feels better. All right, group number 2. How can group number 2 balance there's a major confirmation with this, because with the last group, I remember looking at the bottom of the deck. I had pulled there too already, and I looked at the bottom of the deck and the cardinal's there. And then it's just interesting that the cardinal came out. So just, I don't know, a little confirmation there. And then we've also got the penguin. Okay, cute. That's adorable. Okay, 2 birds, one that flies and one that's grounded. So that's interesting. And then the penguin says, the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. And the cardinal says, the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Interesting. And typically cardinals are messages from passed away loved ones. So there could be if any of these messages feel like they come from a loved one, then I would take that as confirmation that it is in fact a message from them. But yeah, it really feels like a balancing of something needs to happen, which this is how can you balance your solar plexus. But yeah, I love, like, with bring back into equilibrium. We've got the sky bird and the ground bird, and then we've got, like, this feels very balanced here. So yeah, and then we are pulling cards, tarot cards from I want to show you the box. I just got this deck in today. I find it really beautiful. It's just like golden, reds, yellow. It's lower chakra energy, like the colors. And it's called the Radiant Wilds Tarot. So we will get started with these. Okay. Okay, and something I did for group number 1 was read a little bit out of this Earth Warriors Oracle. If I feel called to at the end, I will, but I noticed I had forgotten last time, and I went ahead and did it anyway. But I'm like, you know what? If it's not meant to, it's not, but this might happen at the end of the reading, so we shall see. But okay, so what do we have? We have the Hermit, the 8 of Wands, the Devil. Group number 1 got the Devil as well. And the group number 1 actually got the Devil and the King of Cups. And you saw me blend that up, so group number 1 might be something to look at. Then we've got the 8 of Swords and Temperance. Okay. So the first thing I picked up on, well, like with the 8 of Swords and the Hermit, it feels like you've been walking through a very healing, awakening journey, like spiritual awakening journey. And my original thought was, you are pushing yourself from this hermit energy into a more, well, with the King of Cups, we've got a leader here, an emotionally balanced leader. And let me backtrack. I just want to make sure I'm getting the accurate message. Because yeah, with the 8 of Swords, my original message is it feels like you're stuck in one phase of your life and you can't get on to the next. So like, you're stuck in this hermit phase of your life. That's what it felt like. But I feel like there's more to it. Okay, with the Devil energy here. Okay. So the Hermit to me is like, well, it represents soul searching, to me, especially with the Temperance card being present and they're both here, Temperance I feel like is about spiritual healing and alchemy, and it feels like you've been in this energy for quite some time. This soul searching, inner healing, shadow work kind of energy for quite some time. And then we have, these are quite opposite energies. They're both eights, but with the Eight of Swords, you feel trapped. And with the Eight of Wands, we're talking about forward motion, fast forward motion. So it really feels like you are ready to move on to the next stage of your life, but you're kind of stuck in this patterning that served you while in this hermit phase, in this temperance phase, but is no longer serving you. So the way in which you healed before, if you did shadow work or whatever habits, ways of processing the world, ways of healing, ways of relating to yourself and others, when you were in this necessary hermit phase, this soul searching inner healing phase, really served you at one point, but it's time for it to shift. It's time for the way in which you're relating to yourself and others and the way in which you're navigating the world to change. So you may have had a lot of walls up, like when you're in a hermit phase, you're kind of bubbled off from the rest of the world, and you may have operated with those walls that were necessary, and they're starting to come down. And I'm going to pull another card. What's on the bottom of the deck? Ten of Swords. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's just encompassing exactly what I was saying. We're going through an ending here, an ending of our old way of being. And there's nothing wrong with our old way of being. It's just not serving us with where we're going. So, okay. And it feels like what we're walking into, like with this in each other, we find ourselves is a more balanced state with our relationships, with our connection to humanity. Something where we're entering into community in a way that makes sense to who we are and who we've found ourselves to be, and in a way that feels good and feels like it serves and reflects back to us our healed self. Like with all this healed work we've done and all this awakening to our true self that we've done, we're moving forward in the world in a way that's going to serve this new inner being of who we are. So yeah, it really feels like, I'm getting this, like, if you want to look at this, there's this woman and she's in a box, and it feels like she's almost in like a fetal position, and it feels like this part of yourself that you came to know when you went through this journey of soul searching and healing is being born, and like this box that's kept her safe there for so long is going to be taken away, and she's going to expand and be born into the world in a new way. And it might feel really scary. I think with the devil energy present, there's probably a lot of worries and fears and negative self-talk that's making her want to stay in the box. So yeah, you are entering into a phase where you feel more connected to the people around you, and you feel more seen by the people around you. And it's one reason you feel more seen is because you're more willing to put yourself out there. You're more willing to expose yourself for who you really are. You're less afraid. You are ready. You are ready to be your full self. Your full self finally feels safe to enter into the next stage of the journey and to be seen and be admired and be loved for exactly who you are. And that flower message of simplicity is coming to mind. I think the negative self-talk might be this feeling of I'm not enough. What if I'm not enough? Like I feel like my own beauty and I feel like who I truly am. And I know how I want to relate to people and I know the type of people I want in my life and I know how I want it to feel. But it feels so simple and easeful, and I don't know if the world can witness that or match that in a way that, like, how is this going to work in the world? How is this going to feel? So yeah, there's just a lot of like awkwardness moving forward, which I think is extremely natural. So a first message I want to say is whatever awkwardness you're feeling moving forward as your true self is natural and normal. It's like a baby being born out of the womb and they feel like they're feeling all this new sensory input and it's like it's awkward. And then like I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it's like it's almost like you're moving from, so say you like go to another country and it's a completely different culture and you feel so stupid and awkward because you know nothing, you've only done a little research or something, but you know nothing about the culture. And yet you're just stumbling through it. You're learning the language. You are learning the customs. You're picking everything up and you just feel like a noob. You feel so like this baby out in the world, not knowing, just learning all these new things. And that's how it feels for you. It feels like this phase you're walking into, that's how you're going to feel. Like you're going to kind of stumble through it a little. You're going to feel like a fish out of water a little bit. But it feels very gentle. Like it doesn't feel as scary as you might think it's going to be. And to be honest though, I don't even really feel like you think it's going to be that scary yet, because I really feel this really strong sense of readiness for this next phase. So, but I feel like the messaging, the original, like there was this strong feeling of like something's out of balance. So with this cardinal message, the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. I mean, that's quite a literal message. It's almost like maybe, yeah, and like I said earlier, there are patterns and habits and things that served you before that aren't going to serve who you are in the future. So I think it's just like with this Ten of Swords, it typically represents rough endings. I don't even want to say pain. There's no harsh energy in this reading at all. Even though we have the Devil and even though we have the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords feeling trapped, there is this very soft energy present that is saying whatever this transition is, if you think it's going to be hard to let go of these things, I think you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I think that it's going to be a lot easier than you think to let go of old patterning. Because I think if you just listen to your heart, listen to your internal guidance, it's all going to balance out. So, and it almost feels like like this Eight of Wands is about fast forward motion. It's like one of the fastest cards in the tarot. It's like, it almost feels, and the Devil kind of next to it, and the Ten of Swords right here. There's almost like a resistance around letting go of, like, I think whatever patterns and habits you have that aren't serving you, that aren't necessarily bad, but they're not going to serve you moving forward. It's like there's been a resistance to it. It's like, I don't want to let go of these things. If I want something, I want to get it. And that's the imbalance, I guess. It's almost like oh my God, that's it. With the Eight of Swords, you feel like the universe is going to constrict you. You feel like if you're walking forward on this path and you're being asked to let go of these patterns and these habits, I'm just thinking of, they're not even super negative. They're they don't make sense for your flow of life that you're walking into. Like they won't be as present. And it's not even that you're being forced to let go of them. It's just that they will naturally fall away the more you embody your new energy, the more you continue to feed into this path that you're on, and feed into who you truly are and embody that in the world. The more you do that, the more you're not going to want to do these things or to like whatever physical pleasures. So whatever physical pleasures, I'm thinking like food and beverages that probably aren't the healthiest. I'm thinking physical pleasures. I mean, whatever is coming to mind for you that I think literally whatever is coming to your mind right now, that's the stuff. And it's just the reason you're clinging so hard to them is because you're being this like stubborn little kid on the inside being like, no, I want what I want and I'm going to get what I want. I can do whatever I want. And that does really feel like a solar plexus imbalance. Like I can do what I want, like a little bit. And it's like, it's funny because no one's trying to, it's like you feel like someone's trying to force you to stop doing these things. And no one is. It's literally just like yourself. It's an inner knowing of, okay, these things, it's so abrupt now that when I look at, like when I go to pick up the cookie to eat or when I go to like get coffee to drink or whatever it is or alcohol or whatever it is that is a pattern and it's not like got a stronghold on you, but it's there and it's present and it's been your comforter and you've loved it. It's more that you are noticing when you pick up the cookie, it's more stark. Like this doesn't resonate. Like as you're eating the cookie, it's like, this doesn't resonate with my higher self. Like this doesn't resonate with the path I'm walking. This doesn't go, like this is going to make my body not feel grounded, and you just know it more. It's more apparent. So it's really just yourself being aware that these things aren't in alignment anymore. And I feel like the feeling of and the pressure that you're putting on yourself, or that you feel like the universe is putting on you, or these outside factors are putting on you to let go of these things, is making that internal resistance stronger. And so you cling to them, and it's kind of like a endless cycle. And really, you're just focusing on the wrong thing. Like if you just stop focusing on the thing that you're supposed to let go of, and you deepen into like the patterns and the habits that are serving you, that are good for you, and just focus more on those and just make sure that you're taking care of that side of yourself. It's just the message is that those other things will naturally start to fall away. You'll start being like, I don't even want that. I don't even want sugar because I'm really digging like this carrot juice or whatever, like that's what my body's craving right now. I really feel like you just got this one last bit of resistance. You're clinging to these things and they're going to eventually fall away. And I think just let go, trust that you're not being restricted by the universe. You're not being restricted like by something outside yourself. It's not this harsh, you can't have this thing anymore or else you're screwed kind of like, it's like, that's the devil energy. It's like, no, that's not how this is going to work. It's more about like moving forward, doing the things that serve you, whatever it is that's serving you in your life, patterns, habits, meditation, exercise, prayer, ceremony, connection with other people, group activities that you love, morning habits that feed your body and make you feel nourished, dancing, whatever it is that is really serving you. It's kind of like the message is just don't worry about it. Don't worry about the cookies that you've been eating. Don't worry about the coffee, the caffeine you've been drinking. Don't worry about that occasional glass of wine you have. Don't just let go of it. It's okay. It's okay sometimes. Just don't worry about it. Take the pressure off. Take the intensity that's surrounding the thing. Just let it go. Trust in your body. Trust in your path. Trust in your internal guidance. Just release it, surrender it to the divine. One idea that I just had was writing down all the things that kind of are going to eventually fall away, or at least they're mostly going to fall away. You're just not going to rely on them as much. They'll still be there for you when you need it in just smaller quantities. But whatever it is that are the patterns and habits that you know eventually will mostly fall away from your life, and you want them to. You want them to. You want to live in that life where you don't need them anymore and where you don't even desire them anymore. That would be amazing, right? So whatever it is, I feel like writing it all down on a piece of paper. And I don't know about burning. That doesn't sound right. It feels like you're trying to like rid yourself. I would say write it down on a piece of paper that is biodegradable, or you can get, I don't know if this is kind of like some of you can't have access to this, but there is the dissolvable paper as well. But I think burying it in the earth or putting dissolvable paper in water. I think earth or water element would be very good to help you. Like just planting it, like the idea of like seeing it flow through and just nicely and slowly flow away, or planting it in the ground as something that will grow something anew in your life. Those elements would be good. I don't think burning's going to be good because it really feels like like the balance is earth and water. So, yeah, cool message. Okay. So what else do we have? We're moving on to another phase of our life. We're crossing into a new phase, and it feels like it's happening quickly with this Eight of Wands. It really does. And it feels graceful. It feels like this is what you're in right now. You're in the middle of a graceful transition. Things are working out swimmingly. things are working out. So let's see. How does this relate to our solar plexus? I kind of want to like rein it in here. How are we balancing our solar plexus amidst this? Yeah, it really felt like very strong about like food and what you're ingesting in your body, and that solar plexus digestion energy. Yeah, actually, maybe like more spices in your diet would be good because it will help you digest all of this angst around like the transition that you're entering into. Like if there's any internal angst and it is in your solar plexus, or resistance or clinging to old things that just, I don't even want to say don't serve you. They just don't hold as much of a place in your life anymore. Just like warmer foods, like hot tea, anything with herbs and spices, I think will be really good for you. Yeah, this is really about like pulling your energy down and grounding into your body and feeling good in your body and feeling nourished in your body. Feeling both heavy and light at the same time, like grounded and heavy, but also like quick, like light on your feet at the same time. I feel like there's a physical transformation happening within you, and it's happening like strangely quickly. It feels like with the Eight of Wands, it feels like this is all transforming. You're transforming like that. And you're going to have days where you wake up and you're like, whoa, like I feel amazing. Like my body, like the pain in my neck is gone, or, the pain in my shoulder isn't there anymore. Or wow, like my digestion feels so much better today. Like, it's just like, even physically, there's a very strong, like grounding physical energy here. I just feel like physically your body's going to shift. Your cellular makeup is changing. Like whatever work you did in that hermit temperance phase, it's starting to show in the physical world, but in your body. And that might be why it is like a physical, like tangible, like the physical pleasures, like the things you are eating and drinking and ingesting. It's like your body's still like kind of clinging on to those because they used those for fuel, or they use them for just sustenance for such a long time that it's like the clinging's there. But it's just take a breath, relax around it. Like when you're meditating, just think of the things like the coffee and the cookies and the whatever it is, you know what it is, and just soften around it. That's what you're being called. Just soften around that energy. And soften when you go to eat one, or when you go to drink something, or whatever it is. Soften your energy. Don't hate on yourself when you do it. Soften, soften, soften. Thank it. Love it. Like, thank you for being here for me. Thank you for serving me in the way that you did. Thank you for nourishing me in the way you did, And you don't even need to intend like, but I'm ready to, don't even think like, but I'm ready to let go. Just love on it. That's the message. It's like, just be at peace with it. Soften, love on it, be at peace with it. And that's like end of message. And then it will, if it's meant to, it will naturally fall away on its own. And you will find yourself more embodied in desires for things that are feeding your soul on this new phase of your life. No good, no bad. It just is. Whatever is aligned and whatever feels right and is, yeah. So, okay, cool. I'm going to read from the Earth Warriors Oracle, number 42. Let's see if we have any. I just like to see the numbers and stuff. We have 2 8s, but everything else is kind of. So 15, that reduces to 6. Is it 15? Yeah, no. XV. I should know these. I know I should. But yeah, XV is the devil. 15 reduces to 6. 4 plus 2 reduces to 6. Anything else? Any other 6s? And 14. Okay, just like to, I don't know, check out the numbers. I'm still learning things. Okay, so 42. What do we have? In each other we find ourselves. So I'm going to read the first paragraph and the action process at the end, the healing process. There is a spiritual purpose that only you can fulfill. As you move forward on your journey, you create space for others to move along behind you. And as the ones ahead of you move forward, so too does room open for your expansion. Upon this earth, we are all building the sacred temple, each fulfilling our tasks as we assist and support each other in our collective divine mission. How can you help with your heart most actively engaged? What can you offer which inspires and energizes you so much that others are uplifted in your presence? How can you receive from others joyfully, bringing them pleasure? Engage in giving and receiving deeply and with devotion. Your wisdom and openness to life generates healing for our earth. So the first thing I was thinking about with that message was the original sunflower message, like you loving yourself in your simplicity and knowing that what you have to offer, as much as you're deeming it as small or simple, it's not. It's definitely not. But we each have a piece of the puzzle, like to building this new earth, this new, more loving, kind earth, and healing our collective humanity. We all have a small part to play. It doesn't have to be insanely magnificent, and you don't have to have this crazy huge following to make an impact. Like you just have to slowly and surely and confidently offer what you have to offer. And it doesn't, like, in its simplicity, it is so potent and so pure, and it's going to find itself in the hands of the people who need it. So it's just a trusting and cutting away of external input, cutting away of comparison with other people and what they're offering, like literally just blocking that out and finding what it is you have to offer, and walking forward in the beauty of the simplicity of that and offering it and trusting. That's it. What your gifts are there for a reason, and they're not that simple. Like they're not as like small as you think they are. They're big. Every single little piece of the puzzle matters. So that's a big message for you. And then we've got the healing process. Find a place to sit or lie comfortably. Imagine, feel, or visualize that every being on the earth is being blessed by divine love. Silently, with reverence and joy, see every being captured within a circle of golden light. It wraps itself lovingly around the earth. Plants, animals, human beings, trees, bugs, lost souls, and isolated humans, all beings are included in the divine encircling embrace. A feeling of peace, unity, and healing builds within this circular field. Rest here for as long as it feels good. When you are ready, gently arise from your meditation and say, "May all beings know peace, divine love, and merciful protection. May each one of us know true belonging and fulfill our sacred purpose with open hearts and willing minds. So be it." Place your hands in prayer and bow your head. You have finished your healing process. Yes, again, you're walking into a new way of being in the world and in connection with the people around you. So, and just in this beautiful, simple, authentic way that is who you are. I think just, again, the message is cut away all external projections, cut away external expectations, cut away your own internal expectations that you've you've internalized based off of what you've seen around you, and connect to the truth of your simplicity and who you are, and work and walk from that space. And that is a really strong message. And yeah, like you're going to be experiencing, it's going to feel so natural. So don't worry if there's any fears or worries about entering into this next phase where you're more seen in who you are. It's going to feel way more natural and good than you think it is. So, alrighty, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to enter into the infinite prayer after I've done all 3 readings. There will be an energy healing session available. I'll put a link down below. I've made it extremely accessible. So once you enter, you can download the video and receive the energy healing as often as you like. Just think of it as gaining access to this infinite wellspring of healing and prayers and blessings that will always be there for you. So yeah, if you'd like to come and receive that channeled transmission, it will be there for you. But otherwise, I forgot to mention in the last group, I do have another YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken, and you will find a link down below for that. It is my heart and soul in video form, and pretty soon I will be offering more healing mechanisms, guided meditations, things like that. Up until now, it's been a lot of soul expression, but I want to do both. So alrighty, so thank you so much. Bye. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and today we are asking the question, how can you heal or balance your solar plexus chakra? So the solar plexus chakra has to do with self-esteem and confidence and inner power. And I chose these beautiful sunflowers to represent our reading. You chose this one, and they're all different, and I've decided to start channeling message from the flowers themselves, and it's been really cool so far, so I'm excited to go ahead and channel a message for you from this amazing sunflower. So let's see. I just heard beauty within, beauty without. So this is talking about focusing. Okay, let me get it in the first person from the flower. Sorry. Okay. Okay. When you focus on your inner beauty, it shines without effort. Your soul is so beautiful that no matter your physical vessel, no matter what it physically looks like, your beauty will be seen and shown by all human beings who are blessed to witness it. Your beauty shines from the inside out. You are lovely. Your physical vessel is lovely and perfect. You are lovely and perfect just as you are. Your energy is your beauty. Your heart is your beauty. The love within you is your beauty. Deepen into the love within you. Deepen into your pure intentions. Deepen into your connection to the divine and your walk with the divine. And your beauty will shine outward. Not only that, you will no longer care how your beauty is being perceived. You will just walk in it, witness it, and embody it. And love yourself based on that. And that will be enough. Lovely. That's a really beautiful message, and I'm really grateful that this is actually coming through in our solar plexus reading, because it is about self-confidence. And I think especially I'm from the US, and in our culture, your physical appearance is huge in everything. So it's like there's a war on aging. Physical appearance is just so we just have an imbalance in our culture, in the whole world. And there is such an importance to start knowing ourselves from the inside out and loving ourselves from the inside out and letting our beauty shine and experiencing our own beauty and just being there to witness it and not caring who else does, So yeah, I love that message. Cool. Okay. This is a game changer. This whole reading, channeling a message from the flower thing. I love it. Okay. And so we got 41. Medicine horse, progress on the path. Okay, So yeah, we've just got this beautiful native woman or a man, or gender isn't necessarily relevant there. And then we've got this connection to this beautiful horse. So I'm trying to think what I think about. I know I've learned a little bit about horse medicine. I know it has a lot to do with your inner sense of freedom. And it really does almost feel like, because horses are so naturally just beautiful in essence, especially like in that free spirited energy that they have. So maybe there's something there, but yeah, we'll keep moving. But this will be our overarching energy. I don't know if I said this, but I got this from the Earth Warriors Oracle. We'll just have one of these, and then I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle cards. So let me blend these guys together, and then we'll just have 2 animal spirit guides with us during the reading, and they all have little messages, which are nice. So, okay, so we've got the mountain goat. There's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. And the cheetah. Get clear on your intention. Stay focused and move quickly to achieve your goal. Okay. All right, and then today I'm pulling from the Radiant Wilds Tarot. I want to show you the cover. It's a new deck I got, so I'm really excited to use it today. I actually got it specifically for this reading, the solar plexus reading. There's a lot of sun energy, yellow, and just lower energy centers. So it's kind of cool because we will be moving into the heart chakra next time, and these are all the red, orange, and yellow. Like, these are the energies I've been encompassing with my previous chakra series readings. So we're kind of like culminating it with this solar plexus reading. And yeah, so we're going to pull some tarot. And I just want to show you also, look how beautiful these cards are. They've got the gold, I don't know what you call that, on the edge, gold edges. But yeah, okay. All right, how can group number 3, we're at group number 3 now. How can group number 3 balance or heal their solar plexus chakra? So far we've got a message on physical beauty, but I think this will go deeper than that as well. 3. Okay, here we go. We've got the 6 of Wands, with represents victory. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh, nice. The 9 of Swords. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Oh my God. I love that card. That's so sweet. Elephants and giraffes. And the Star. And the Page of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So we've got 3 Pentacles. 3 out of the 6 cards. Half of the cards are Pentacles cards. And then the other cards that aren't Pentacles, Earth element, are the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the Star. So let's see. I know the Star is water element. So we've got all the elements here. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? So I just see the Star here. And the Star is about like your highest ideals, like your biggest dreams coming true. And it does make me think of you showing up in your vulnerability. In the traditional Rider-Waite, there is a naked woman with a pitcher of water, and it's just a very vulnerable, beautiful energy. And it makes me think of you showing up in your purest state, in your purest self, in your purest essence, and trusting in your essence to shine through, to speak through, that the semantics of what you do, the exact wording of how you show up in the world, doesn't necessarily matter. Like the clothing you wear, I mean, while it matters to an extent, and while your choices within the semantics of how you show up do color the message that you hold within you remains pure and true, and it will land on the ears of who it needs to land on just by you showing up and intending it. So there is this message, like overall so far, I do feel this going, it's like a go within to go without. Like, and by without, I just mean to go outward. Like go within first and find that true essence of who you are and that true message that you want to convey to the world, and then move forward and in trust in who you are and what your message is, and relay it through that lens of trust, and it will land exactly how it's meant to land. And that goes for anything you're doing in the world, your life purpose, the things that you really want to help heal the world with, your gifts, but it also means how you show up to your family, your community, and to the people around you. The more you can tap into your true soul essence, the more you will be able to embody that in the world around you, and it will be, and the more well received it will be. So yeah, the semantics don't matter so much. There's this feeling of like the way you look doesn't matter so much. The physical elements of how you're showing up doesn't matter so much. It is like the pure essence and your connection to that divine essence that is the most important element of your the reception of you in the world. So, and in a solar plexus reading, this makes sense. It's about your confidence, your self-expression, your self-esteem, and it's saying, I feel like this is saying your self-esteem comes from your connection to the divine, and your identity within your connection to the divine, and your gifts that you've been blessed with by the divine. So that's where all your confidence and self-esteem comes from, is just your connection to God. And there is this feeling of, I'm getting this energy of like pulling back, going within, and then hunkering down in that space, rooting down in that space, and then holding on to your rootedness within that space, and then slowly moving forward and like opening the curtains in front of you and revealing that to the world in the way it needs to be revealed. So whatever it is that you're presenting to the world, or you're working towards, and whatever ways that you want to help the world, whatever ways you want to show up for the people around you, and your connections and your relationships, it's going to be most well received by them if you come from that place. So there is a message to be more cultivated and intentional around being more rooted in your divine connection throughout your everyday moments, and not only your everyday moments, but the moments that you come forward in the world with the gifts you have to offer. So that's really beautiful. And I love this Six of Pentacles card. So Six of Pentacles is about the scales balancing. It's about giving and receiving. It's about feeling able to receive what is meant for you, and also being able to give what is meant for the world. And I did get that message in, I don't remember where I read it. It was the sunflower message. There was something there about, I don't remember, but there's something about receiving. I feel like something about you are meant to be more receptive, to be aware of where you're turning down things that people want to give you. It's taking me to this moment the other night when there was this girl at my work, and she wanted, like, we were trying these delicious drinks, and there were different flavors, and she had one opened that was a different flavor than mine, and she was like, hey, here, you want to try it before I drink it? And for me, I was like shutting it down, because I was like, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got my own, I don't want to take that from you. And I was like thinking I was doing her a favor, but then like later that night, I thought, oh, wow, like she wanted me to drink that. She was like, that's her pleasure to like give that to me and have me receive it and try it. And the funny thing was a little bit later, I went to go get another one of those drinks, and I couldn't decide. I was like, oh crap, do I want that flavor or this flavor? I haven't tried that other flavor yet. And if I would have just tried the flavor from her, I would have known if I liked it better. So there are just these moments in life that the universe is trying to give to you and help you, and it's like through other people, and it's their joy to give to you. And if you're shutting that down, you're just shutting love out, you're shutting goodness out, you're shutting helpfulness out, you know? And so if there's anywhere in your life, it's like, just be more aware of where you're not allowing yourself to receive the good that wants to come to you. And it's not even about anything that's being rightfully owed to you. There is no, because with the Six of Pentacles, there is this kind of underlying feeling of balancing those scales of like, we've got the rich man giving to the poor people. And I feel like a lot of times, and maybe you've heard this message before, but with the giving and receiving, I don't know, it feels like there's this weighing out that it might be a pattern or a habit that you do. Like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure I've given more to them than they've given to me. Like, I need to make sure I'm reciprocating. And it's like you're like measuring things out, and that's not how the universe works. The universe works in a way in which you naturally will receive what is meant for you if you just open your heart to it and don't block it. And you'll naturally give to the world in ways that feels good and natural and flowing and not draining to you. So the natural ebb and flow and give and take of the universe is just complete trust, you know? And that feeling of wanting to make sure you're repaying someone, where is that coming from? It's like, I want to know. Like, where does that come from? You know, like, why are we as human beings, why do we do that? Why do we feel like we need to make sure we're repaying someone what we quote owe them, when like it totally removes the pure essence of giving, that joy of giving. Like, we all know that joy of giving. If someone who receives your gift thinks that they'll owe you something in return, it kind of takes that joy out of it. It kind of takes it looks at it as a transaction as opposed to just a gift. And there's something there. There's an imbalance there. And it's interesting that it's connected apparently to the solar plexus. So let's dig a little deeper here. I think it has to do with a worthiness issue. It makes sense that it's connected to the solar plexus, because that, like, your self-worth and your self-esteem, and it would make sense that your ability to receive something, like for me, when I think of receiving, it's more of like a heart chakra thing. And the heart chakra has come up a lot in these readings, and like there's green centers to these flowers. So I'm wondering, it's like, because we are moving into the heart chakra next, and they are right next to each other. And I feel like the communication between the heart chakra and the solar plexus chakra is so much more important than we give it credit. Like, it needs to be integrated. Like the solar plexus needs to serve the heart as opposed to like vice versa. So what I was first thinking, I feel like I got off track. So with the Ace of Pentacles, it feels like this offer. With the Ace of Pentacles, it is in the traditional, well, let's just look at these ones. But in the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot, it is a hand with a pentacle. It is an offer from the universe, from another person. It is a solid offer. It is a grounded offer. It's a true offer. This one it looks like it's a diamond here. And it's like, I feel like overarchingly, like if we look at that, like that example I told you about someone offering you something and you blocking it, you know, not receiving it because you think you'll owe them, or you just don't want to take from them. It's like that feeling. If we scale that out as a symptom of a bigger thing, there might be something being offered to you from the universe, from God, from the earth, from other people, like overarchingly in your life right now, that you are subconsciously shutting down because you have that imbalance within that does that measuring. And I just feel like there's something there with your worthiness of receiving what it is God, the universe, other people, the world wants to offer you. So, because it really feels like there is a solid offer in your life right now. That's why the Ace of Pentacles is here. There is something being offered to you right now that's tangible and real and good, and it's meant for you. And I feel like, let me see if there's anything. I mean, we've got, yeah, with the Six of Wands, that's victory. And the Page of Pentacles. And yeah, the Star. I mean, pretty much all of this is very positive. The only, and I don't even like want to say negative, you know, but the Nine of Swords is about nightmares, fears, worries. That's the only, quote, negative card out of everything. But with the Page of Pentacles, this is like, pages are the most inexperienced of the court cards. It is like someone who is creating maybe new, they're like on a new venture. They're just learning how to manage their finances or their wealth, or they're just now, it's kind of, these seem so intimate with each other. Like the Ace of Pentacles being this new offer, this new material offer. And the Page of Pentacles, you know, accepting that offer and learning how to navigate what that offer means for them, and take it and plant it like a seed and let it grow into fruition in a way that it can in turn guide them and help them along their path towards their dreams. So kind of like with the Star, like your dreams coming true, your highest wishes. It feels like you're on that journey and you're accepting, like there is an offer here. And you're accepting it. It really feels like you're accepting it. With the Six of Wands, it's like victory. It's public recognition. Let's see. We'll get more into it later. I think there's more with the Six of Wands, but it really feels like you're accepting this offer that's coming from the universe, and it's going to help guide you into your next phase of your life. So yeah. So, and not only that, it's guiding you to your highest. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you're entering into a new phase, and it's very balanced because it's, how do I put this? I feel like the universe has offered you something, and you're going to accept it, or you already have. And this offer, while it might not look exactly like the big goal, the big wish, the big thing that you're looking for, your highest ideal, the most amazing outcome, that's what the Star is. It might not look like that, but it is a seed. Like it is a little, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a breadcrumb that's going to take you towards this higher ideal. So I feel like if you're questioning whether or not it's meant for you, or whether or not it's the right offer to accept, or the right like first step to take on this path, I think this is saying yes. Whatever this offer is that feels good and feels right, and is kind of bringing you this a little bit more freedom, like with this horse spirit, it's bringing you a little bit more freedom in your life. It might not be it might not look exactly like it's going to take you there, but it is. I feel like it's kind of like one of those things that the universe has everything mapped out. And even if you don't understand how taking this step or accepting this offer is going to get you to the big thing, that's okay. You just have to trust. If it feels good in your body, if it feels good in your gut, in your solar plexus, in your heart, if it feels good and it feels right, and it's bringing you towards more freedom, and the energies are similar to where you want to go, then go there. That's fine. That is the path. That is part of the path. It is safe to accept that offer and walk towards it. Yeah. Like, look at this. Once you do, this is your path. You've got slow and steady, one step at a time, and then you'll come to this. I feel like this is like, I just kind of saw you like many different stars on your path. Like you've got many different goals, and each one will be another threshold that you hit and you rise to, and you receive that from the world. And yeah, like anyway, so my point of that is like, there will be lots of star energies in your life. There will be lots of next goals, lots of next levels that you're meant to hit. And so I feel like this is asking you to stay connected to the big picture, and don't let go of your bigger dreams and goals. Like those are ultimately definitely possible. But also don't discount the smaller goals. Don't discount the these other offers that feel really good and that are taking you on like your journey, just because they don't look exactly like what you thought. Like, feel out your path from your gut, from your body, from your heart, and let that guide you, and hold fast to your internal vision of where you want to go and how you want to feel in the future. That inner sense of freedom that you're walking towards, that love that you're walking towards. But let go of the semantics of it. I feel like we've got that message a lot today, like letting go of the semantics and trusting in the energies and the feelings and the power underneath it all. So yeah, definitely. So I'm like really curious about this Nine of Swords, because it really feels like, I think the Nine of Swords is just worry over these. It feels like there are small steps you're taking to get to where you're meant to go, and to where you want to go. And it really just feels like you're overthinking, you're overanalyzing whether or not you're taking the right steps, and it's making you freeze. And I just feel like whatever steps in your life are bringing you joy and bringing you more freedom and making your heart feel more full, then that is a correct step, and that is the path. And yeah, it just, there might be some overthinking, and that is the energy that is blocking you from receiving all that the universe wants to offer you. So there really needs to be this more openness and receptivity, and more awareness of when you do that, when you shut down what is meant for you, or what is coming towards you, the abundance that is laid at your doorstep even as we speak, that's coming towards you even as we speak. Just be aware of where you might be shutting it down because of that internal, do I deserve it? Or, I won't be able to pay this person back, or, that's not how it works. You have to trust that is someone giving you something out of the kindness of their heart. That is, they're being in that moment, a kind of a portal, or channel for good from God, from the universe, from your guides, from, just the spiritual world, like in the physical world, like that wants to give to you all the abundance that is available to you, that is your nature and reflected back to you in the physical world. That is just them being a channel for that. And you have to trust in that and accept that, and also open up to the ways in which you can give. Because I feel like it could be you could be out of balance in a way that sometimes you hold back on giving because you're afraid you're going to feel drained if you give too much, or you're almost over caring about, like, over giving because maybe you've done that in the past. But I really feel like there's just an internal state of giving and receiving that feels right, because like giving and receiving are the two sides of the same coin, right? The same coin, the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know, but yeah, giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin, two pendulum swings of the same energy, like the yin and yang of the same exact energy. And so when that's in balance, it just feels right. You receive what you're meant for, and you give when your heart calls you to give. And you can trust in that. You can trust in the naturalness of that. You can trust that natural giving and receiving is an integral part of your soul and who you are. And yeah, and I've said this in almost every reading, but the solar plexus serves the heart and not the other way around. So if there's any internal resistance in your gut, check in with your heart, and what your heart says kind of goes ultimately. Sometimes the gut will lead and will, that's interesting, because a lot of my sacral chakra readings were about your gut guiding you, and how it's, especially in the sacral chakra, it's like a lower energy center. And so it's not as vivid. It's not as obvious whenever it's just more of like a gut feeling, it's just like an internal gut feeling that slowly and surely guides you. So I don't know, this is almost feeling like sacral, solar plexus, and heart energy being balanced out and connected in a way that they all sing together and they all listen to one another in this healthy way. as a guidance system for you. I mean, all the chakras, I feel like all the colors are here, but yeah, like they all sing together in this internal guidance system. And I feel like the heart is like the chief, and but the chief has all the advisors of the other chakras, but the heart kind of has the ultimate say, I guess. So I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, if you're confused, I feel like tune into your heart and tune into the love inside of you, and take into account what all of the chakras, like all of the energy centers have to say, like your gut, your wisdom that you hold in your solar plexus from past experience, everything. But ultimately, let's channel it through the heart. And so the heart is the teacher of how to give and receive. And yeah, that's an interesting message. I feel like I might need that message, because as I'm saying it, I'm like, how does this even make sense? I'm wanting to make like conscious sense of it. But maybe it just doesn't, maybe that's like the heart chakra's beauty, that she sends love, she gives love, and she gives of herself, even when she's not being given to. And she sees beauty in what's ugly. She sees potential in what looks dead, So I know this is a solar plexus reading, but this is how can you balance your solar plexus reading, or how can you balance your solar plexus? And it really feels like if you're confused about steps to take forward, tap into your heart space. And then that will help give you the confidence to accept the offers that are coming to you. So, yeah, whatever that means for you, that's it. I don't really know how to elaborate on that. It's however you can do that. I want to pull another card. Aw, that's awesome. I feel like, so the Four of Wands is like happy home, and I love, there's a pregnant woman here, and it just feels like something beautiful is being birthed in your life, and you're walking towards something really beautiful. You're accepting this. I really see you accepting this offer that's coming in and doing a really good job of accepting it. It's like a small message, like check yourself when you're rejecting little things, and just stop doing that. You deserve everything. You deserve it all. And it's very secure. 4 is like a really secure number, and the Four of Wands is like, yeah, like this structured, like beautiful, grounded, happy home, happy family, celebratory energy. The Six of Wands feels very celebratory too, and whatever this is that you're walking towards, I feel like you're going to have your family and friends celebrating you as you move forward. Please accept the offer, however small it looks, whatever it is. This is the stepping stone to the big dreams that you have. So I feel like a celebration coming for you, and just new, beautiful horizons, and yeah, just new life is coming into your world. And keep walking. Yeah. Accept what's being offered. All right. I think that's it. I think that's the message. I hope that was succinct and complete for you. I'm going to read the message from the Earth Warriors that has to do with this medicine horse card. And okay, so it's 41, which reduces to 5 if 5 is a positive. 5 is a number of change. So I do see this really beautiful positive change, like you accepting this offer and then your life changing because of it. Even if it looks small at first, it's like the catalyst for this huge change that's coming down the road. So, all right. And progress on the path, right? Progress. You're making progress. You're accepting this. You're walking forward. Okay. I am Medicine Horse, bringing you the message of freedom, journey, and progress. Do not act as though you are a beast of burden. Claim your innate divine dignity. Allow yourself to feel and be graceful. Recognize and honor your needs for rest, openness, safety, and respect. An ability to hear, know, and feel spiritual truth, which will guide you in every aspect of your life journey, is opening up. Connect with your spirit, live your truth. And then I'm going to read this healing process at the end. So you can like look back to this. Maybe I'll open it up if you want to screenshot it. I don't know if it'll even be legible, but I'm going to open it up here. For your healing process, use this simple visualization. Feel, imagine, or visualize a wild herd of horses. Hear the stomping of their hooves hitting the earth. Sense their energy, freedom, aliveness, playfulness, even excitement as they urge each other on, running together. They are safe, but they are wild and free. They are skittish and on the lookout for any situations to avoid, yet they are completely vital in the present moment. You may hear them snort or neigh as they run past you. You may sense the air and dust whipped up as their manes and tails fly in the wind. Can you allow the aliveness and vital presence to pulsate through you? When you are ready, finish your visualization with this simple prayer. Spirit of the horse, beautiful, wild, and free, you liberate me. You show me the truth of my experiences, and I responded as was natural for me then. Now my nature is ready to be alive in a new way. I am ready to celebrate my spiritual beauty, the freedom to be myself, and to enjoy sacred connections that are mutually supportive and encouraging. I honor you, medicine horse, for the beautiful gift you bring to relieve my soul. You help me walk in the way of spirit with honesty, power, and grace. May all horses and all creatures be happy and free. You have completed your healing process. All right, this was really, that message seemed kind of connected to group number 2 if you were interested in group number 2. But yeah, really beautiful. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. This was your message. I am going to head into the Infinite Prayer now. The Infinite Prayer are energy healing sessions that are meant just for you, just for the people who have arrived in these readings. They are full of prayers and blessings and just good Reiki energy. And if you'd like to be a part of that session, I will put a link down below. I've made it extremely accessible because Reiki and just the good juju of God should be accessible. So if you'd like to come, I'd really appreciate your presence within that space. Otherwise, I would like to tell you about my other YouTube channel. It is called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form, and soon I will be offering more for you guys. I want to make energy, or well, kind of like healing mechanisms. It's like a play on coping mechanisms, but it's healing mechanisms. They're like guided healing sessions, guided meditations that walk you through different aspects of your soul to help you retrieve parts of your soul or see parts of yourself differently. Soon I will be entering into embodying that part of myself and offering those to the world. So hopefully soon. I'm just following my body and my spirit with that. But yeah, I feel like I covered everything. Yeah, probably. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.